Hey, good morning. I have decided to do a season 9 of No One Survived. I'm going to do map 3. I'm a little out of practice and I've done a horde, and you should see it. The video should be out soon. I did a 20-year horde night with all of the new zombies and new changes with Felix and Baz. So, I don't want to make a new character. I want to make a new world, obviously. So, one of the things that's new that we noticed right away is she's got hives also just like me. So that's rough. So this is my character from season 8, and for my multiplayer game, I've got, extra room in my inventory, extra carry weight, a little bit less carry weight because I'm a little bit smaller, so I've got more stamina and less stamina recovery time and stuff like that. I use less stamina. My search time is less. One of the things I want to show, unfortunately, I've made the credits. I'm V313 Gaming. Close enough is what it is. Alright, but we're gonna go with V. Confirm. Let's do a new world. So this is gonna be season 9. We're gonna do map 3, which is still in beta. It hasn't come out of beta yet. I'm gonna do the starter kit. I'm gonna do special zombies. I'm not gonna do horde nights. Here, roaming enemies, so I can turn on the roaming bandits and zombies, or I can leave them off. I'm going to leave them off. Generate randomly roaming zombies or bandits on the map. We're going to not check that box. I'm gonna leave zombies weak. I'm gonna leave them at 0.5. I'm gonna do 25% sprinters, which is like a third of what I normally do. We're gonna leave 40 days and 45. You know what? I'm gonna do 80, I think. 20 days of spring, then 20 summer, 20 fall, 20 winter. That'd be nice. I'm not gonna turn on permadeath. I'm gonna do very abundant loot. This means that if I go into a POI and there's 10 boxes, not every box is gonna have loot in it, but there's a higher chance that a box will have a lot of loot in it, essentially. For loot respawn, I'm gonna do 10. Merchant restock, I'm gonna do 10. That's normal for me. PvP isn't gonna help me here. I don't know if I'm gonna do the bandit camps and rescue the NPCs, so I want to leave that unchecked. If I check that box, it will disable the NPC buildings. So I'm gonna do super simple settings. I mean, there's no way that we can fail with this. It's just gonna be a nice, fun, check everything out, test stuff, test updates as they come out. Once we get into it, I'm gonna go over some of the stuff in the recent updates. I didn't do an update video. The updates were so long ago now that it doesn't feel right. So let's confirm and get right into it. Hopefully we spawn somewhere nice, like in the southeast corner of the map. That would be excellent. Okay, I've got this screen. I'm not going to do the tutorial, so I'm going to hover over this bottom option and click it. We spawned right by a bandit camp. We're in the top right. Okay, I want to work my way south. I really want to get to this area down here. So which way is south? And that is the way we want to go. I might go along the shoreline. I have a smaller backpack. There's also boar in this area that I need to watch out for. Yep, there's one. I'm definitely gonna go to the coastline. That's the trader over here. You know what? Let's go see what they have. Maybe there's something we might want to get. I'll also grab some mushrooms. Get some snacks along the way. And some sticks. Like I said, I'm super duper out of practice. Let's see. Okay, it's Hank.
Hmm.
He goes, now. He teaches tailoring and engineering. And he sells blueprints. Shooting table. Metal bow. Viking axe. Greenhouse. I keep dropping it. Oil extractor. Sewing machine. Well, it's 47 for those. That's 15. That's 21. Antibacterial gauze. Do I want to give up my adrenaline? How much are these worth? 32. How much is my adrenaline worth? 36. Restore mindset. 45.6. Meh. We'll find more stuff along the way. I'm gonna move this stuff down. I'm gonna need to craft a pickaxe. 1 stick, 3 stones. I know they made changes to the UI. I'm interested in seeing what those may be. I'm gonna grab some more mushrooms. Still have continuous swing, that's good. Grab some clay. That's a good chunk. Okay. And get another. I want to be kind of by water, but I also, there's a couple POIs I'd like to be by. So I'm kind of thinking of building along down here in F7, F8. I will need to make a bow at some point. Also, I broke my cardinal rule. Reload your weapon ASAP. So, while I am in-game walking and picking up stuff and heading to where we're going to start building, I'm going to switch over to Future V, and she's going to talk about the updates. So the last one I did was 9.2. That would have been back in July. I did it after 9.3 came out, which isn't actually listed on Steam, but 9.3 was just like a simple hotfix that came out on July 10th. The most recent one, September 10th, just a few weeks ago. This is what they added. They added some different modular zombies, 3 different body types, randomly generated. So you'll see some new looking guys. We'll have to come up with new nicknames for them. These red explosion zombies are no joke. They will absolutely cause significant damage to buildings. They would tear it up, the horde base, kill them fast. They are like the green blow up guys. They used to be like, they blow up in your face instantly, you're infected. I haven't had one of these red zombies blow up in my face, but I imagine it hurts also. New zombie movements, a little bit. New crawling posture, more agile and speed. This zombie is super creepy. Some of these new zombies and new zombie movements are creepy. I showed earlier the button to turn off the wandering enemies, so wandering bandits, wandering zombies. I think that's going to be huge for a lot of people that want to get back into the game but didn't want to deal with all of those extra obstacles. Added in first person. This is more of like an optimization, so you won't have to hit V as the default key to go first person or third person, so you won't have to hit V again after using the emote menu. Added the ability to turn on shoulder lights on bicycles. I haven't tested that out. Maybe we find a bicycle. I have my shoulder light. Maybe we'll find one in this game and I can try it out. A lot of this stuff that I'm going to talk about, if I don't know the answer or if I haven't seen it or if I don't have any kind of commentary on it, we'll probably look into it as we play through this season. Large amount of open pit ore. A lot of people were having difficulty finding ore fields. most of them are around the outer edge of the map, and there's not a lot central, and most people go central and build in the map like how I did in the multiplayer game where we built in like D4, E4. So they just added some more ore fields, spread out the ore a little bit more. Distance for vehicle reset, though this optimization is to hopefully balance the issue that some players were having where I park out front, I go and I loot, and say I'm at a big industrial place and I go all the way back to the furthest point of an industrial place and I come back out to my car, and the way that the game is loading now with where it's like loading smaller sections, my vehicle is loading in before the earth underneath it, so that's falling through and disappearing. So that was supposed to fix that. We'll see. Lumen is still weird. I know that they fixed the error around like the underwater goggle vision near the waterfall, but Lumen I think is still a little bit weird. They recommend that you turn it on. I don't think that. I think it just uses up your CPU, and I don't think it makes the game look any better, so I'm not going to be turning it on. It just comes down to personal preference. Added tone when interacting with merchants. So that's the that we heard earlier. Optimized UI display. I did mention this. I haven't noticed anything else. The last change that I remember is they made the UI huge for certain things. So I don't know if maybe they scaled that back a little bit. I'll have to try and pay more attention for that. Optimize the idle posture of the opening character. We saw that. We had the different arm movements, the itching the armpits and the groin area. It is kind of fun. It gave me a good laugh. Optimize NPC behavior. They will go to workspace to work, have more idle positions, return to the room to sleep at night. I'm planning to do a little bit of science on this. Some of the NPCs, like Alice, Mary, Barry, Sasha, and Mike, all those guys, some of the changes that they made didn't seem to take effect for like old saves. We would have to go through every time we tested stuff for them. We'd have to go through, do a new save, rescue them, and then we would do all of our testing, because really inconclusive and kind of inconsistent on older saves. And I'd mentioned that before. Sometimes updates just mess things up. Optimize bicycle physics. Just gonna have to be one that we test. I'll definitely be looking for a bike. Bug fixes. Pairing pictures of machine gun turrets. I'll have to check and see if there's either in the build menu or in the technology tree if the Gatling gun picture has changed. Fix some roads on the map that cannot accumulate water. I swear this isn't every single update. They just like the water on the roads, man. Fix the issue of the wheel falling on the ground axle. This can go two ways. Like when I read this one and I read that one and I think about them together, I think about when you hit the unstuck button. If you get stuck on metal railing or concrete guardrail or something and you hit the unstuck button, you would just like float up in the air and then drop right back down onto it sometimes. Fix the issue where night vision goggles and Lumen cannot see clearly even when turned on. See, this is why I don't F with Lumen. I don't know. I like the night vision goggles a lot, though. I wouldn't say I love them, because the night vision goggles, I feel like you get more of a vignette, and it does eat into your peripheral vision. And I do like to have like 360 field of view. Last thing, fix a large number of errors on map 3. I have my whole list. I have an ongoing list. I listed them all in 9.2. There's tons of different things that we reported back in April when the map came out. There were still trees and floating stuff and places where you could fall through the map. So as we play, we'll see if a lot of those have been fixed. 9.4, just like as a side note, they also fixed the dedicated server crash issues and said to rerun the update script. That was September 12th. And then 9.5 came out September 13th. So we had rapid fire 2 updates within 3 days after going 2 months. And this was still kind of more like a patch. We didn't have anything new added. We just had optimization and bug fixes. So we had optimized dedicated servers, obviously. They added the new zombies to the hordes that would spawn, and I can confirm that if you watched my horde video with Felix and Baz, when unlocking adds self-illuminating light to prevent the lock from being invisible when the light chase is turned on. I think that this has something to do with lockpicking. We'll eventually lockpick something and find out. O3 map merchant adds automatic lights on. I think we saw that. Disable large-scale AI generation within the territory table range. The territory table is the way to go if you have the wandering bandits on. If you build next to a POI, you're going to have zombies that, they're spawning over here and your base is over here, and they're going to spawn and they're going to patrol and path. And, you know, if you're loud and walking around and chopping trees and everything, they're probably going to interact with you. So I'm curious to see. I don't have crazy settings in this playthrough, so we'll see. Bug fixes. Fix the asynchronous generation of zombies on dedicated servers. I haven't played on a dedicated server in a while. I'm wondering if it was, like, say the host, their video settings for zombie spawn number was 10, but other people's had like 25 or 50 as their settings. I wonder if the host zombie spawn settings weren't trumping the others. That's my best guess. I have no idea. There's no way for me to test that easily. Repair O3 map laundry room. So in the White Houses upstairs, there's the little tiny room and the washer and dryer. There's some in E4 and E5, D4, D5 area around the larger city part. You used to walk in there and then your character would spin around a bunch. You would die and then your tombstone would be on the first floor, like in the kitchen or something. And that had been fixed. I don't know how it got unfixed, but supposedly they refixed it. And then lastly, fixed that some models did not take effect after enabling ray tracing. Ray tracing can cause a lot of lag and frame drops, so I would check and make sure that your settings, your video settings, match what your computer can handle, because ultimately they're still optimizing. They've added lots of optimizations, but if you're running an older PC, or if you're barely meeting the minimum requirements to run the game, you're going to have a lot more issues than someone, who has a professional gaming PC, right? That's it for updates. This one, so Saturday, September 13th. So we're either looking at like maybe November for the next update. I haven't been in contact with the devs at all. We haven't been doing any testing or reporting anything. I didn't test or report any of this. They didn't notify us ahead of time that these updates were coming out. They didn't give us any of the bullet points or ask us to test anything. Q4, we have some cool things coming that I'm excited for. We have some new building pieces coming. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I definitely will be, whether they like it or not, I will be in there testing those. I want to make sure that they snap correctly. I want to make sure that the cost for them is agreeable, and I want to make sure that they work overall, that they don't break the game. So that's it for my update segment. I've got you all caught up. Let's get back into my Season 9 game and see what I have been up to. Hopefully that information was helpful. I've been walking for like 25 minutes, and no one wants to watch that. I made it a long way though. I walked like straight down the coast and swam a little bit. It was a little hairy around here, but I didn't have any contact. We've got the ship over here and we've got a trader here. I don't believe there's any animals. I'm pretty close to where I want to build. So I think I'm going to keep trucking. These long days are getting to me, though. Yeah, I think we'll keep trucking. I might even go out to the road from here. It doesn't seem like we're going to encounter too much more, except maybe cars. That sounds like a good plan. I can't see a thing. So, if you can't see a thing, I can't see a thing. We both can't see anything. I'm pretty confident that there's no animals in the woods over here. There used to be a couple zombies that spawned. But we'll go check out this trader, see what they sell. I bet it's a Sarah, and it's probably clothing, and they teach tailoring or something. No, it could be a Hank or a Maria. I think Maria's on map 1, she's in these blue buildings, but I think Hank is in these blue buildings on map 3. Well, maybe he'll sell guns, though. Out of breath. There's stamina. It's probably still really dark, but I need to preserve my battery for now. It's a Hank. He sells guns. He goes, Ooh. Ooh la la. Nothing I really want. I wouldn't mind having a pistol. That's 21 for that. It's 15. St. John's Wort. It gives us 24. Nah. Nah. Okay, so we want to go this way down the road. Hello? Almost. I almost had it. Give me your teeth. It's this way I want to go. Yes. Let me turn off my light. It's going to be bright soon. It's going to be lighter out soon. Maybe we'll find some cars. With those cars, maybe we'll find some backpacks. We'll see. Hopefully I don't run into... I don't think we'll run into anything crazy. We should be good. I'm just going to continue on down the road, looting and shooting. And root tooting. So what do you guys think about the new zombies? Also, I've been off of YouTube for a couple of months now. I haven't responded to any comments. I haven't looked at all. Nothing against any one of you. It's never, never meant any offense. I never meant for any of you to take it personal. I'm sorry if you did. I think I'm just gonna go through and just give them a heart and a like or something, and that way you'll know that I read it. And obviously, if you asked anything, it's probably... you probably have found the answer by now. But I'm not sure how regularly I'm going to post. I have a whole Planet Crafter... It got darker. Whole Planet Crafter series I'm doing, too. Nothing. Ooh, tire. Some decent stuff. I can't take any of it because I'm full of things. You know what I think I will do? I think I will lay down and I'll craft some arrows. This will help me recover my fatigue, this purple bar down here. And it will also help make a little bit of space. I could probably use some of this clay. Potentially unlock some stuff. I can almost put these in my inventory. There we go. There's the sun. Yeah, I want to keep that above 70 while we are the melee. I might eat some of these mushrooms. Do these mushrooms do thirst? They do thirst -1. We'll see. I've got one more. That doesn't give me a lot, but gives me something. Alright, they still haven't made it to where if you hit tab, you can hit tab again and still drink, so you still have to hit escape. On the road again. Back in Among Us. We're not in Among Us. What am I talking about? That's the most random game to have said back in No One Survived. Oh, oh Lord. Oh my goodness. I know a lot of people have had some weird stuff happen to them when they go back into their old saves, and that can happen. And they did a whole dedicated server update, and people always have issues with their dedicated servers when there's an update, especially if you're using a vendor, because you have to wait for them to update everything, and then if there's any issues, they have to contact the developer, and I mean, 3 business days for these devs, if you're lucky. Could be 3 weeks. You never know. Oh, wrong button. Got an engine, there's a tire and a battery, a rubber. I'm not gonna take. So, you know, along this stretch, there's some good stuff. I'm gonna put this away. I'll run faster with it, put away, and I won't accidentally stab things and use up its durability. That's kind of what I'm holding out for, is I'd like to hit a trader and get a melee weapon repair kit. I might even go down to this one in H8. I don't know if they'd have one. I feel like they... Thinking back, I feel like they are on the list of possible merchants. I mean, they're all possible. It's possible for all of them to have them, I think. Except for Lena. Successfully saved. Good save lag. Come on, something good. Nada. That means there's gonna be loot in the trunk. Come on, backpack. An AK. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. No. Leave it. We can grab mushrooms later. So, like, around this area, I don't know how flat of an area we've got over here, but I want to check it out. I definitely don't want to build under a bridge again. I do like being the troll under the bridge, but felt kind of cramped. I couldn't build as high as I want to. The scenery wasn't that great, but down there on the shoreline is looking real nice. It's looking mighty nice. Which side do we want to be on? Over here looks really good. That looks like a really beautiful place to build. I think I'm going to go for it. I think we're going to build right over here. Good roll. Okay. I've got my axe. One of the first things I need to do is I need to get a build hammer. Too close to it. Give me one of those good backswings. Come on. Hello? Okay, well, at least it works in first person. Okay, I'm gonna drop some of this clay on the ground. Pick up my logs. Let's do build hammer first. They changed the length of these? I don't think they used to be that long. They used to be the same size as the stick, no? I don't know. Okay. Got a little pile here. I need 3 stones. Here's 2. We'll unlock the old workbench and whatnot. Set us up some storage. I don't want to wander aimlessly through here. I want to make sure that I'm paying attention and not just looking at the ground. Don't want to run into an animal. Unlock. Confirm. Plank 1 log. Can unlock the furnace. Need metallurgy 1 for that. 2 bricks for that bad boy. Engineering and 3 planks for that. That was weird. I'm gonna grab stones. We've got a lovely bunch of raspberry bushes here as well. Let's see. Hiya. Hiya. More Tetris. Plank. Plank. Good. Okay, I'm gonna build a... workbench and a bed over here until we get situated. And this should provide me with some... It should provide me with some coverage, so... Well, I got a little bit of vertigo just now. Sorry, I was working through that. I'm gonna go ahead and make a pile of stuff over here. This is flashing. Oh, you know what? I could also pop one of these guys down. Alright, let's get back to it. Yeah, I can't figure out the... It'll take me a while to get the distance, I guess. I'm just very out of practice. Out of practice hitting trees. Okay, I think I got all those. Now we just need some stones. Shame I dropped my pickaxe for that, for that AK. But it was worth it. Surely... Surely I can find a sapling. Just have to go elsewhere to find some stones, I guess. Alright. Let's get a respawn point. That's nice. Stones for that. There's some logs for that. Something else that we can do is build a stick rack. Is there a way to... No. There's no way to quickly rotate it. Let's put all these guys in there real quick. Very nice. Okay, if we could find 3 more stone, get a pickaxe going, that would be glorious. Here's a... 4 sticks. I think I need another log. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. There were more stone down here. Yep, up here. There's 3. I will take you. You. Excuse me, pardon me. Ooh, if we could find 13, that would be even better. I'm gonna go a little further. There we go. At least 4 more here. Any more? Tons of sticks. Here's some more. What does that put us? 12. Okay, 1 more would be good. There's mushroom here. Mushroom spawn here. That's good to know. I don't want to run through those raspberry bushes and not see what was on the other side. Rocks and sticks and logs and things. Wow, I went a long way. I'm just only gonna pick rocks up on the way back. And then I'll put all my rocks into what needs rocks and then make a pickaxe. We've got plenty of stones around here. Plenty of trees, plenty of stones. This workbench is gonna be the best. Bada boom. That needs 15. That would leave me with 1. There you go. Pardon me. There we go. Let's put... Gotta keep that on us. I don't know what other button I'm pushing. I could put the St. John's wort up. I could put the... Keep the adrenaline for sure. Oh, that's nice. That's the way you do it. Put the rest of the clay in there as well. Alright, now we make another pickaxe and then whatever's left. Oh. We need a stick. Whatever is left after that will turn into stones. We will turn in as stones. 13. I was just thinking about... stone basket. I want to clear out this immediate area. Start getting a little something put down. I think I'm going to build out over the water, which I normally like to do, just because then you kind of have easy access to it at all times. You don't necessarily have to leave your base. I'll do this. You know what? I might leave that tree. That's a nice tree. continuous swing. Nice. Beautiful. There we go. Okay, you take all this clay. Let's see. Get this the old build hammer out. Structure. What happened here? I moved. I pizzaed when I should have french fried. What do we want to do? A nice 4x4? Cool. Do a good old 4x4. And I don't think I'm gonna do... I think I'm gonna do 45-degree roofs. So... that should be all fine and dandy. I'll put my door there. I'll have some nice walls everywhere. And some windows out the back. No windows out the front. Nice wooden door. Okay, roof. Let's talk roof. 45-degree. So close. Oh, so close. There we go. We got it. Okay, and then... now, if you look up, we have a beautiful skylight. We can fix that, no problem. Just put some nice... throw some beams on it. Over there. Now my 2x should connect. And then we could do... we'll do a nice wood roof. They are going that way. Excuse me, pardon me. And that's fine. That'll be fine. I think we need stairs. I'm not positive. Good old stone stairs. There we go. We got a good little hut. Let's get some... get some of this put together, huh? 5 out of 6. 6 out of 5. 29 and 250. I am gonna do it. I'm gonna throw a stone basket down over here. Needs 5 sticks and 15 plant fiber. I happen to have 16. I am over-prepared. Okay, I'm gonna need to deal with my stats soon here. I'm gonna go ahead and take a drink of my water. And get washed up. At some point, I'll have sticks and rocks and I'll lay down, potentially. Oh, I canceled it by opening up my inventory. I forgot about that. That's better. It is almost nighttime. Oh, excuse me, pardon me. We should go ahead and make some water. It doesn't take that long, but I swear, 1 second matters so much in this game. Yeah. It takes like 20 seconds. I've only got this 1 can of food. For some reason, I've got that trait. Unprepared. I was unprepared to realize that I had that. I do have mushrooms, though. That'll be good. I am gonna leave that tree. Let's cut some more trees down. Try and get a little bit more done. I'm gonna have to go out and loot soon. I'm gonna need to get... What am I needing? I'm gonna need to get some food. But I also am gonna need to get some arrows made soon, too. That's a bummer. I'm gonna go ahead and make these. Make as much as I can in this crafting bench. It'll give me some mechanical skill. Weapon crafting, actually. Oh, very nice. I will take that. Arrows give me mechanical. Weapons will give me weapon crafting. Makes sense. Oh yeah. Trees. Oh, I almost got Valheimed. It was close. I still think the foundations and walls and everything else costs too much. Too much. I'm pooping them out. There we go. Now if we pick these up, we can take a full stack with us. It's like magic. I like that. It's like perfect. That that front stone stair. Excuse me. Losing it. It's like it sinks in perfectly. Like a... I want to call it a curb, but that's not it. Oh, I got a beehive. Oh, that tree's trying to kill me. Okay, just making sure that it went in my inventory. I can't tell you how many times I was chopping trees, got a honeycomb, didn't realize it was so full of sticks and everything else that it fell on the ground and I lost out on it, and I was wishing I had it when it was time to make bees. sneak up on it. I won't know you're coming. Yeah, this feels very much like a little cabin in the woods. I think once I get the floor done, I'm gonna do another workbench inside, like under one of the windows or something, maybe. And, excuse me, get some planks going. I missed several times. I'm gonna need a new pickaxe soon. I got another beehive, let's go. I'm gonna use my pickaxe, because I feel like if I go too far, the tree will disappear. This may look crazy, but it works. Then I'll still have my tree. I do have room for rocks, and there's a rock right here, though. Don't mind if I do. How long have we been going for? Why did it make that noise? That was weird. I don't know. Okay. 12 and 3, that's 15, so 2 more trees. I do need another pickaxe, though. Make, please. I can put the 2 honeycomb in there. Oh, I hate that noise. Oh, la, 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 la. Ugh. I don't want to use all my battery charge, though. Also, once we get below 40, it's going to be big trouble. Try and get these 2 more trees, and then I think that's it. I'm just gonna turn this off. It's awful. When the smoke clears... Okay, one more. Here you go. Oh, I'm so glad they're upright. Alright, come on. There we go. I've got 5 left. I can do my corner beams. And I'll need to get some for the upper beams, some sticks, plant fibers, all that good stuff. I've got 1 more log. I think I'll hang on to it. Here we go. I'm gonna move these. Don't listen. Don't listen. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and have me a little snooze. What'd you like? 3 hours? See what stats are looking like. Put us into the dead of night. We're very thirsty. And we are getting hungry. 25 and 15. Okay. So that's what we got done. A little bit of a 4x4. We're gonna need some food. So I'm going to go ahead and end this one here. Before the next one, I'll make some more arrows and things. And that way I can, you know, make arrows, have arrows to go fight. Do a good chunk of them. And then we're going to go down here. There's 2 apartment buildings. I wish I could zoom in more. Right here on the border of G7 and G8, there's 2 apartment buildings. There's a whole parking lot full of cars. There is a possibility that there's a crawler there. I think that it's a set crawler spawn. So there's not a chance it can be a crawler or a BFC. It can only be a crawler, which is what I prefer. I'd rather put 40 arrows in a crawler than 120 in a BFC when they're stone. I do have some steel arrows though. And then this is a supermarket. So we should be able to get some food. And yeah, we should be good to go. Once we have some food, then I can finish building the base. We should find tons of stuff at this apartment. We should find simple parts. So I'm hoping that I can bring 15 planks with me. We'll find 8 simple parts, and then I can build a cart to bring everything back home. So that's the plan. But for now, I did kind of build under a bridge. I just like building next to him. It just makes so much sense. This is how I pick where I live in real life too. Like I can get up there and drive right over, no problem. I don't have to go around for miles. I have easy access to water. It's a good spot. I think so. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this one here. As I play, I'm gonna test out some of the other things that I talked about earlier in the update. But I wish you all well and thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye.